Hello everybody, Dave Neal here, stand-up comedian and host of Bachelorette Recaps, which we got all season long, recapping Katie Thurston's season, plus all other Bachelorette Nation news. If you want more information, you can follow me on Instagram right down there at DNeals. And we're covering the Chris Harrison fallout, the divorce, if you will, he's having with Bachelor. And as someone pointed out in my comment section, he was divorced to his now ex-wife after 19 years. And after 19 years on The Bachelor, he too is leaving there with a hefty settlement. Some say upwards of $25 to $30 million after power attorney Brian Freeman brought some heavy bombshells to the table, some heavy negotiating, threatening to share Bachelor secrets if not given a settlement to walk away. So that's what happened. And now we're getting Rachel Lindsay's response to all of this. And as we know, Rachel Lindsay has been kind of in the center. Really not her fault. It's just they kind of made her the center of the issue here because of the way Chris Harrison spoke to her in her extra interview with him after a real just wildfire of racial tension within the show because they didn't address it in time. You know, it's important for us to acknowledge where exactly the show went wrong, and they had Rachel Kirkconnell as a cast member on Matt James' season of The Bachelor, the first black mixed ethnic lead of the show, okay? Sorry, hard to follow along. And she obviously, there was photos and other rumors about her circulating racist past, all of that unearthed, and the Bachelor producers decided not to sort of address it head on, get her in front of it, talk about it. They instead stoked the fire and was trying to wait till after the final rose. Chris Harrison defended Rachel Kirkconnell in front of and to Rachel Lindsay, and it kind of chaos ensued from there. So that's where we were left off. Now Rachel Lindsay is commenting on Chris Harrison's firing, and she says she didn't expect that he would leave the Bachelor franchise. So let's check out what she actually had to say about it. And I do want to remind everybody out there, I don't have to say this to about 95% of you, but to the 5% that aren't thinking maybe more critically about this, Rachel Lindsay isn't the problem. It's good what she does. She speaks truth to power. She talks about, she came, if we want to jump straight into this article from last year, she talks about racist contestants that were on her season. She asked the producers to do more vetting of contestants. I mean, in this article, this is what she said last year before Matt James' season. I did have a racist contestant on my season, which is one of the things that I'm fighting for with Matt James as the first black bachelor. For them to do a better job of vetting contestants, you need a person of color in the decision room making decisions so that doesn't happen to them. And of course, as we know, there was a lot of issues, which will happen when we find these 30 no-name contestants and we dig through all their past. Of course, people evolve and they do better, but in Rachel Kirkconnell's recent history, of course, not a good look attending old plantation antebellum theme ball, whatever they're called. I'm from New England. I didn't even know these existed either, folks. Believe it or not, my public school education, not fantastic. And we only know what we know, and we don't know what we don't know. And what we can do is try to pledge to learn, educate ourselves, and be better. So let's keep doing that. So let's not just say, oh, well, you know, Rachel Lindsay, she's the reason Chris Harrison got canceled. Let's not do that, okay? Let's dive into a little bit more of a higher way of thinking about this all. So here's the article right here. Chris Harrison said in a statement earlier Tuesday that he is excited to start a new chapter. So this is Rachel Lindsay's response. I wasn't expecting for it to happen, not after the announcement, the 36-year-old former Bachelorette star said in a conversation with extra host Billy Bush. Rachel Lindsay added that she believes fans can only speculate at the reasons behind Harrison's exit. I think several past contestants coming forward and saying they didn't want him to be part of Paradise. I think Katie Thurston, her very last tweet before she went to film her season was that Chris needed to step away. Lindsay continued, I think that coupled with the interview that happened on this very stage maybe led to him not coming back. Now, I can't speak for Katie Thurston, and this is just my speculation, but I would imagine when Katie Thurston was named as either rumored for the next Bachelorette, as we know it was kind of leaked but not officially announced, I can imagine a flood of people saying, if you're the next Bachelorette, you better not have Chris Harrison back. I can only imagine there was that sort of push from beforehand. And as we know, like the day before, you know, she was either leaving for filming or the day before, or as she was announced as the next Bachelorette, she posts, I stand with other alumni who have expressed that learning and growth require time. I hope that Chris Harrison continues to take more time to step away while sincerely educating himself and dedicating himself to the work. We can all grow and do better with time, and I hope he does. Hey, penalty box, Chris Harrison. You know, you had a bad day at the office. You showed your true colors. You kind of talked over Rachel Lindsay. You kind of talked to her. You were trying to defend Rachel Kirkconnell and not listening to how Rachel Lindsay would feel about it all. Absolutely. Chris Harrison comes back with Brian Friedman, powerful attorney at law. He comes back and to Bachelor producer and say, I represent you guys. I was just defending the cast. That's my job as a host. That's what I do. And that's kind of where he stands within all of this. We'll never get that full statement from him, but you can tell from other sources that have talked about it, that's where he's at. Like, are you kidding me? You know? So it's complicated. Obviously, Chris can feel like he was wronged, but of course Rachel Lindsay can also feel that way. They're two different, we walk and we chew gum, guys. They're two different things. Rachel Lindsay's feelings, completely valid. Okay, completely valid. So my gripe with this whole situation, as I've said redundantly so, is that by paying him off to walk away, we don't get what Katie Thurston's asking for. We don't get the growth to do better next time. You understand? We just sent him off with a lot of money, okay, which is good for his paycheck and for his kids' college funds and all that jazz, but it doesn't provide the growth for the people that wanted to watch Chris Harrison share his platform. We know with Rachel Kirkconnell, she pledged to do better. Now, she's not in a corporate world where she's going to get fired. She's just got her Instagram account. She's sharing a lot about diversity issues. She's sharing a lot as a white woman from Georgia, how she is in an interracial relationship and navigating, supporting him in different ways. She's using her platform so that the 7,000, 100,000, or up to 1 million people or so that follow her can see what that is like. They can feel empathy through her. It's very subliminal, guys, but it's important. It's important that when people grow with the platforms that they have, that it rubs off on people. A little trickle-down effect, folks, okay? We're not going to get that with Chris Harrison. So that's what Rachel Lindsay posts. Let's see if she said anything else. She said, pop-ups. I have a pop-up blocker, but boy, do they try to fight it. The interview Lindsay was referring to happened on Extra. We talked about all that. So yeah, so she gets a lot of hate. Rachel Lindsay gets a lot of hate just by making videos about her. They get a ton of hate. And I have to be careful because I don't want to provide a platform for people to spew their hate. But at the same time, more people than not listen to these videos and develop that critical way of thinking. So there is more good in my mind that can be done by continuing to talk about how Rachel Lindsay functions within this whole ecosystem rather than just saying, I'm not going to talk about her because a couple people are going to get angry in the comment sections. Advice for Rachel Lindsay, which I think she's already taking, is don't read your comment sections. You know, we live in a world now where real hateful, ignorant people exist. Maybe it's only a fraction of a percent of our populace, right? But they exist and they can directly talk to you. It's like a Yelp page, right? Only people with, for the most part, negative Yelp reviews. It's easier to post something when you're angry about something than when you loved it. You loved it. You're full. You're lethargic. You got to go take a nap. When you're mad, you're like, these bagels came out and they're too crispy. You know, whatever. You know, I don't know why I type like that. That's what I do. So the point is that just because there's angry people online, I don't think they represent the majority. I think the majority of people see the nuance and understand that Rachel Lindsay's not the problem. She's speaking her truth, okay? I don't know if I can say that anymore without, going blue in the face here, but I think you guys understand. So Katie Thurston posted that, and, of course, someone said, hopefully the Bachelor gets canceled before your season. Nice one, Spider Person 123. Way to break that down. Here's me. I wanted to share this with you. This was, my fiance posted this. This was me yesterday after like 2 straight days of reporting. This is me. I literally just passed out watching my guy Mark Rebier sing in his underwear. This was like 6 p.m. by the way. It was a long day. Of course, you guys know my car battery was stolen yesterday, so I had a long day. It was stolen for the 4th time. I'll make a vlog about that. If anyone wants, they can go check out the vlog channel. I'll have all that content. If anyone wants any behind-the-scenes information, I've got my Patreon, patreon.com/Dave Neal, and that's where I can share a little bit more content with you guys. We're almost at 100 Patreon members. It's a big deal. It helps me fund all the equipment and things that I use for my show. I got some new doodads, this and that. But anyway, let's go back into the rest of the story. So I'd like to hear other people's points of views. I'm going to share the Bachelor We Know's point of view. Very interesting. I think she speaks for a lot of people here. But first, they left such a nice comment about me.
Shout out to Dave Neal. Like, he is on it, okay? Like, a Bachelor tea or news will come out, and within, like, minutes, he will have a whole YouTube video out, like, dissecting it, having different opinions of it. I'm like, how do you have different people talking on it already? Like, he'll look through the comments. He'll be like, look who said this. I'm just like, dang. So, like, Dave Neal really put me on today, because while I was working, I was like, yo, what's happening? And I went on his channel, and I was like, what's up?
Oh, that's so kind. That's so kind. So, of course, we got to support them now. The Bachelor, we know. Go leave them a nice comment. They're a husband and wife team. Their bio says, it's your favorite married black couple examining a show created for white people. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't know if they're husband and wife. Okay, we're gonna say couple. We don't know if they're husband and wife. Either way, I love what you guys are doing, and I did want to share your take on Chris Harrison. Let's hear what you have to say. Go to the next slide here.
I think we can close chapter on that, but I do want to say, I never wish that upon Chris Harrison. I'm part of Michael Harrison's philosophy on don't cancel them, counsel them. I'm a big fan on that. So I really... Michael Eric Dyson, right? Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. I really was looking towards seeing him come back and redeem himself. Yeah. Like, I want to see a redemption story with Chris Harrison. Unfortunately, he's walking away. And I don't know if I'm premature in saying this, but it looks like he's just bowing out. Like he's throwing in the towel and just kind of like, y'all won. You know? Right. And even though, like, he got 10 figures, but, like, he won, but... right, no, seriously. But it looks, that's how it appears. Optically, he could have just came back, like...
All right, so, yeah, she said, it's a great take. You know, Michael Eric Dyson, his whole thing is don't cancel, counsel. Teach people, let them, you know. I was talking about this with my fiance. In the HR department, when you work in a company, you get that first strike, second strike, third strike. Now, it doesn't mean Chris Harrison doesn't have problematic things he said in the past, but they all kind of came to light all at once. You know, everyone's like, wow, but then he said this about Demi Lovato, and it's like, correct this issue and then move forward. Okay, correct this issue with like a strong warning. Like, we better provide more grace to people when we talk to them about these issues than Chris Harrison had on that moment. She said she wanted him to redeem himself. She wanted to see the redemption story. I think we all did. I think a lot of people did. And then you said he got a 10-figure payout, which I did the math. 10 figures is $1 billion. So he got an 8-figure payout. But yeah, when you're like me, 6-figure, 12-figure, what's the difference at this point? You know, I still got college loans. And then you said y'all won. You know, you said that's what you think Chris Harrison felt like. All right, you guys won. Look, my image is kind of where it's at. I don't think it's going to change much. I could either go on a legal battle. You can kick this can farther down the road. And if you continue to kick the can farther down the road, maybe the audiences forget about me. Maybe Tayshia and Caitlyn do such a good job, then I don't have this leverage. So he set that event horizon deadline for Monday night to get a deal done. They did. He's getting paid, Brian Friedman's getting paid, and we'll never hear his story, and we'll never get the redemption on the Bachelor platform. We'll have to see what he does after this. But of course, Rachel Lindsay, speaking truth to power, keep doing you. We understand that you're not going to be appreciated by everyone, but I think it's very brave to continue to voice your opinions. The naysayers would say, she got so much from the franchise. Why doesn't she just give back? And that's the same trope as saying, why don't these football players just play football? Why do they have to take a knee? And it's just not healthy. It's not healthy to say, why don't you do X, Y, and Z? Because X, Y, you know what I mean? It's like, let's think a little bit more about this, folks. Let's think a little bit more about this. Well, and I think that's it for this video. So if you don't mind, do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you to all the new subscribers we got this week because of Katie's season of The Bachelorette. And we'll have plenty more content coming to you. Quick video about Tayshia and Zach being spotted back together and why we shouldn't jump to conclusions on rocky waters in their relationship. I'll probably also have a post on Matt James and on Matt James and Rachel Kirk-Connell. They're having the time of their lives out there right now. And also, we've got some ratings that came in for Bachelorette. They're at a low for a premiere, but we'll talk about why that might be the case. All right, folks. Well, we'll talk to you in a little bit. Hit the subscribe button. Bye now.